kids, Hanne Hathaway here. Welcome to the Bard for Babes, the show where I talk to you, babies, toddlers, and kiddos, about all things William Shakespeare. I know you're all shaking with excitement to get started, so let's begin with a song. If music be the food of loving Shakespeare, play on. The porter and the bell, the porter and the bell. The porter gave a speech where he talked about hell. The porter and the bell, the porter and the bell. MacBeth killed Duncan between the porter and the bell. That was fun. And speaking of fun, it's time for our fun fact of the day. Kids, did you know that in Shakespeare's time, it was completely illegal for women to perform in his plays? That's right, men got to play all the roles. That was a fun fact. Why, here's a knocking indeed. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub.
It's me.
Why, it's Hamlet, Prince of Denmark.
That's right. Here for your daily dose of
Hammy. Tell me, Hammy, how's your family doing?
Well, my mother married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets.
Wow, Hamlet, just wait until your father's ghost tells you that Claudius killed him.
What?
You sound like you're having a bad day. You know what will turn that frown upside down?
Stabbing my Uncle Claudius with a poisoned sword and then making him drink poison until he dies.
No! Telling us Shakespeare's phrase of the day. Kids, as you know, Shakespeare invented many words and phrases. Lonely, unreal, the green-eyed monster, and Jessica. Or that girl you know who works at the mall and you're sometimes nice to so that she'll give you her employee discount, even though you think she's a fake biatch. Tell me, Hamlet, what is Shakespeare's phrase of the day?
Today's phrase of the day is the beast with two backs.
Wow, what an incredible phrase! The beast with two backs first makes an appearance in Shakespeare's Othello. Kids, you remember Othello? That's the movie in which Laurence Olivier did blackface. Anyway, the beast with two backs means getting it on, doing the dirty deed, and plain and simple, having sex. Uh-oh. Kids, you know what that sound means. It's time for Shakespeare Puppet Spear Theater.
I'm Henrietta Condell. Welcome to Shakespeare Puppet Spear Theater. This is Lord Angelo. He is an evil man who wants to kill Isabella's brother Claudio because he impregnated Juliet before their nuptials. And this is Isabella, an aspiring nun who is having none of his nastiness. Without much ado, sorry, Sir William Davenant, here is Act 2, Scene 4 of Measure for Measure.
Hey, Isabella, I'm gonna kill your brother. No.
Not cool, Angelo.
Don't even worry about it. It'll be good for his soul.
I don't know. I'd rather he was alive than dead.
Well, I guess we could always make the beast with 2 backs. Then I could save his life.
Angelo, that's totally bogus and you know it.
Fine, I guess I'll just have to take you without your permission then.
Jeepers creepers, Angelo. I'm gonna tell the world about this.
Yeah? Well, who would believe you?
Scene. And then Isabella tricks Angelo into fornicating with and marrying his jilted ex-fiancé, and Isabella gets engaged to some duke she kind of knows because he was disguised as a friar. And then they lived happily ever after.
I love a happy ending. And that's why we're ending the show with one of the happiest songs I know. Sing along if you know the lyrics. There was a guy who fell in love and Romeo was his name. O-R-O-M-E-O, and Romeo was his name. Oh. And then one day he drank some poison and Romeo was his name. O-R-O-M-E-O, and Romeo was his name. Oh. Well, kids, that's our show. Tune into the Bard for Babes next week for when we take a look at the anti-Semitism in the hilarious comedy, The Merchant of Venice. Remember, kids, where there's a will, there's a way to have fun.